Hi there, I'm Grandma, and today I'm going to read you Cinderella. Oh, here we are. Here's the first page, and here's a picture of the fairy godmother and Cinderella. It says, once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a widowed gentleman and his lovely daughter Ella. Ella was a beautiful girl. She had golden hair, here she is down here, and her eyes were as blue as forget-me-nots. The gentleman was a kind and devoted father, and he gave Ella everything her heart desired, but he felt she needed a mother. So he married again, choosing for his wife a woman who had 2 daughters. Their names were Anastasia and Drusilla. So there's the other 2 girls, and there's the lady he married. She doesn't look too nice, does she? The gentleman died. Then the stepmother's true nature was revealed. She was only interested in her ugly, selfish daughters. The stepmother gave Ella a little room in the attic, old rags to wear, and all the housework to do. Soon everyone called her Cinderella because she got so covered with cinders from cleaning the fireplaces. But Cinderella had many friends. The old horse, see there's the old horse right there, and Bruno the dog loved her. The mice loved her too. See, here's the happy little mice down there. He loved Cinderella. She protected them from her stepmother's nasty cat, Lucifer. There he is right there. 2 of her favorite mice were Gus and Jacques. Cinderella was kind to everyone, even to Lucifer. But Lucifer only took advantage of her kindness. It says Lucifer liked to get Cinderella in trouble. One morning, he chased Gus onto Anastasia's breakfast tray. She screamed and blamed Cinderella. As punishment, the stepmother said to Cinderella, "You will wash the windows, scrub the terrace, sweep the halls, and don't forget the laundry." In another part of the kingdom, the king was worried about his son. "It's time the prince got married," he told the Grand Duke. See, this is the Grand Duke and this is the king. "But sir," said the Grand Duke, "he must fall in love first." "No buts about it. We'll have a ball tonight. It will be very romantic. Send out the invitations." So they're going to have a ball. A ball is a big dance. It says, when the invitations arrived, Cinderella's stepmother announced, "Every girl in the kingdom is invited to the ball in honor of the prince." "Why, that means I can go," Cinderella said. "Well, yes," said the stepmother. She replied with a sly smile, "but only if you get all your work done and only if you have something suitable to wear." Cinderella had hoped to fix her old party dress, but Anastasia and Drusilla wanted her to help them instead. The stepmother kept her busy too. Cinderella worked hard all day long. When she finally came back to her little attic room, it was almost time to leave for the ball, and her dress wasn't ready. That's sad, huh? But the loyal mice had managed to find ribbons, sashes, ruffles, and bows. The mice had sewn them to her party dress, and it looked beautiful. The 2 stepsisters shrieked when they saw Cinderella. "Those are my ribbons. That's my sash." They tore her dress to shreds. See, look at them. They're tearing everything off her dress. "Come along now, girls," said the stepmother. Cinderella ran to the garden. She wept and wept. See, there she is crying. Suddenly, a hush fell over the garden, and a cloud of lights began to twinkle and glow around Cinderella's head. "Come on, dry those tears," said a gentle voice. Then a small woman appeared in the cloud. "You can't go to the ball like that. Now, where's my magic wand?" Oh, look. "Magic wand," gasped Cinderella. "Are you my—" "Fairy godmother," the woman replied, pulling her magic wand out of thin air. "What we need is a pumpkin." A cloud of sparkles floated across the garden. A pumpkin rose up and swelled into an elegant coach. The mice turned into horses. The old horse became a coachman. And Bruno, remember that's her dog, he became a footman. "Now off you go, dearie," said the woman. "My dress," said Cinderella. The fairy godmother looked at it. Goodness heavens! With a wave of her wand, she turned Cinderella's rags into an exquisite gown. On Cinderella's feet were tiny glass slippers. Look at that beautiful dress. And see, you can see the little glass slippers down there. "Now remember," the fairy godmother said, "you must leave the ball at midnight. That's when the spell will be broken and all will be as it was before." Cinderella promised. Then she stepped into her magical coach and was swept away to the palace. Look, here she is at the palace, it says. When Cinderella arrived at the ball, the prince was yawning with boredom. Then he caught sight of her. Ignoring everything about him, the prince walked over to her. He kissed Cinderella's hand and asked her to dance. They swirled off across the ballroom. Isn't that wonderful? The prince saw her and just fell right in love. Look at this. It says the prince never left Cinderella's side. They danced every dance together. As everyone watched them, the lights dimmed and the sweet music floated out into the summer night. And then Cinderella heard the clock begin to chime. "Oh no," she gasped. "It's midnight. I must go." "Wait, come back," called the prince. See, there she is running down the stairs, and look, one of her glass slippers came off. Cinderella hurried down the palace steps. In her haste, she lost one of her glass slippers, but she had no time to pick it up. She leapt into the waiting coach. As soon as the coach went through the gates, the magic spell was broken. Cinderella found herself standing by the side of the road, dressed in her old rags. On her foot, she still wore the other glass slipper. Isn't that wonderful? The fairy godmother let her keep her glass slipper. Oh, look, there's her nice mouse friends. Her coachman was an old horse again, and her footman was Bruno the dog. Her coach was an old hollow pumpkin, and her horses were 4 of her mouse friends. They looked sadly at Cinderella. They all hurried home. They had to be back before the others returned from the ball. See, here's the others getting back. It says the next day, the stepmother told the girls that the Grand Duke was coming to see them. He's searching the kingdom for the young lady whose fit fits the slipper. Whoever she is, she will marry the prince. Cinderella smiled and hummed the very waltz that had been played at the ball. The stepmother became suspicious. She locked Cinderella in her room. Look, she has the key and she's locking the door. Don't you worry, though. It says, Gus and Jock had a plan to help Cinderella, while Anastasia and Drusilla tried to squeeze their big feet into the little glass slipper. The 2 mice sneaked into the stepmother's pocket. They got a hold of the key, tugged it up the stairs, and unlocked the door. Cinderella rushed downstairs to try on the glass slipper. See those cute little mice? Those are her true friends, aren't they? And look, here's Cinderella trying on the glass slipper. Your Grace, she said, may I try on the slipper? The wicked stepmother fumed with anger. She tripped the page who was holding the glass slipper. It fell to the floor and broke into 1,000 pieces. Don't worry, Cinderella said, reaching into her pocket. I have the other one right here. She put on the slipper and it fit perfectly. Isn't that wonderful? So even though the other one broke, she had the other slipper. Oh, look at this. This is a happy picture, huh? It says, from that moment on, everything was a dream come true. Cinderella went off to the palace with the happy Grand Duke. He was happy because he found her. The prince was overjoyed to see her, and so was the king. Cinderella and the prince were soon married. In her happiness, Cinderella didn't forget about her animal friends. They all moved into the castle. See, they all got to come, and there's a nice wedding picture right there. Oh, and what's on the last page? Everyone in the kingdom was delighted with the prince's new bride, and Cinderella and the prince lived happily ever after. I hope you liked that story. Always remember that I love you, and you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Mwah! Bye.